I think we can start now. We have people coming, joining us. So good morning or good afternoon or good day, depending on where you are at this moment. We are happy to have you here today with us for the launch of the second edition of the monthly Café Talks. The first edition was, I think, a success. And we decided to have a second edition of this monthly Café Talks where we debate shortly with experts on different topics on food loss and waste. The topics that we will have during these short meetings are the same as in the previous edition. We will have a talk, which today is given by Professor Ana Barros, Wasteless Coordinator, and she will talk about the wasteless tools and methodologies to measure food loss and waste across the food supply chain. And then we will have time for some questions and discussions. At the end, we will ask you to give us a tip. We will have a short Slido for you, and we will show you the next month's specialties. So this is the plan for the meeting today. And as I've told you, that the first edition of the Café Talks were a success, and we had many participants. And as you remember, if you have joined us, if not, the Slido that we asked participants to fill at the end was including a question related to which topics we should discuss in the next Café Talks. And as you can see here in this slide, we have identified four topics which were very often included in your answers. And here the topics refer to households, measurement, education, and initiatives. And this is why we have decided for the second edition of the monthly Café Talks to focus on these four topics. So we will have a total of 8 Café Talks with 2 topics from each of these 4 subjects, because this is something that is of interest for you, and we want to have nice discussion and engage with you all. With this having said, now I will give the talk to Anna, and she will present the wasteless tools and methodologies. Anna, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Luminita. Good morning, everyone. I will start sharing my screen. Please let me know if it's okay.
Yes, we see it very good.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, I would like to acknowledge all of you to be present in this second edition from the Coffee Talks from the Wasteless Project. Just like Luminita told, I'm the coordinator of this project, and today I will talk about wasteless tools and methodologies that we have used in our project. So to start, I would like just to show you some beautiful pictures from my university of Trás-os-Montes and Alto Douro, that it's located in the northeast of Portugal, and these are the beautiful colors that we have in this beginning of the spring. So to the ones that don't know, the Wasteless Project has started in January of 2023, and it will end in December of 2025. We have the participation of 29 organizations from 14 countries. I need to talk a little bit about the objectives and the organization of the project so that you can understand the tools that I'm going to talk. So the main objectives, and I will be focusing this one, were to develop a mix of tools and methodologies for food loss and waste measurement and monitoring, recommend an harmonized methodological framework for the quantification, develop a decision support systemic toolbox, and the research activities on innovative process and streams to valorize unavoidable food loss and waste. Our organization is this one in the project. We are organizing in 8 work packages, and I will be focusing 2 of them. Work package 2, that is related with development of digital tools and methodologies, and work package 3, where the tools will be tested and implemented in 5 case studies that we have chosen for applying in our project. So I will start with the last representation from the European Commission about the waste prevention and disposal. It means that is a hierarchization from the wastes, and you can see that it's always better to prevent and prepare, reuse, recycle, and recover. And the biggest impact in the environmental is always the disposal of the waste. So the tools that we have developed in the Wasteless project were the blockchain registry, the computer-based image analysis, artificial intelligence system, the surplus measurement and management tool, and the household automatic measurement system. These tools have been developed, just like I told in the beginning, in the interaction between the two work packages for the case studies, namely food industries, food services, food commodities, retailers, and households. So just so that you can have a little idea what it means each one, I just put here some images that are related with each one. For example, the blockchain registry, that it's composed by different blocks, and they are going to compose a chain that cannot be broken because all the information is loose. Then we have the computer-based image analysis, where we have the photography of the food, and then we have the computer analysis. The household automatic measurement system is composed by a balance, and I will explain. The artificial intelligence system, it's just like we all are using nowadays, using the artificial intelligence, and then the surplus measurement and management tool. So these tools have already been applied in the different case studies, and starting by the food industries, we have been applying the blockchain registry and the surplus measurement and management, and the end users were the fruits and veggies, pasta, olive oil, tomato and fruit, bakery, cured meat and dairy, and canned and vegetables. Then for the retailers, we have applied 3 of the tools: blockchain registry, again the surplus, and the artificial intelligence. And the end users are the local and the big supermarkets. For the food service, we have applied again 3 different tools: blockchain and surplus, measurement and management, and in this case, household automatic measurement system. The end users are different according to the tool that we have used. For example, the household automatic measurement system in restaurants, and the blockchain registry and surplus measurement and management tools have been applied in schools and workplace canteens and or street catering, and the surplus measurement and management tool have also been used in university cafeteria and canteens. For households, we have used 3 of the tools: blockchain, household automatic measurement system, and computer-based image. In the case of the blockchain, is directly used with the consumers for the traceability. With the household automatic measurement, we have used the balance in the households. I will explain a little bit later. And the computer-based image analysis in the fridge at homes. One point that I would like to tell you at this moment, it's that in some cases we have poor response in the introduction, in the implementation of these tools. And particularly this poor response is due to a general lack of trust in privacy protection due to data sharing. So in some of the cases, and in particular in food industry and supermarkets, we still have some problems with the use of these tools. And in some cases, we got the expressed concerns about sharing monetary data and and confidentiality of the information involved. And also, although it was already in phase of implementation, we got the withdrawing from the testing phase. So starting from the blockchain, in fact, the blockchain, as you can observe, we get the digital information that is collected in the form of a block in a public database or registry representing a chain, and this chain cannot be broken. And blockchain helps to reduce food waste by providing transparent, real-time data on product origin, expiration dates, on storage conditions, everything that is related with the process. In this particularly case, in the food industry, we can use this for automation, for consumer information, digital data fingerprint, production, logistic and storage, safety, authenticity, and traceability. Here we have some images from the data that is collected with the blockchain. And the first experimental that we have used this wasteless blockchain started in Italy, and Fedalimentare, it was the first one that has successfully engaged a company in the cured meats sector. And also we have applied in the analysis of milk and the aquaculture food supply chain, and demonstrated that the tailored classification, geographical identification, and regulatory compliance enhance the accuracy of food waste quantification. So at this moment, we already can say that the blockchain technology offers potential improvements in the data, security, and trust, and these findings provide a robust framework for future research and policy development in sustainable food supply chain. About the computer, about the computer image, we can divide it in two phases: imaging technologies in food industry, where it's commonly used for grading and quality classification, defect detection, and process control, and the computer vision system that is used for based on image processing algorithms, and it can assess in the food processing shape and size, baking level and porosity, overall appearance, and detection of foreign objects in bulk foods. In this project, we are using this tool, as you see from the name. We are using the computer vision-based image analysis, and the aim is to estimate food waste proportion, and the methodology is the calculation of percentage of color change on the surface of tested food items. The change in color indicates decay, and we can observe here an image from 3 dimension, and we have 0% of damage, 15% and 100%, and we can make a calibration between the waste percentage and the percentage of decay. And we can see here that we have the pictures, and then we have with the photograph camera the pixelization of the pictures, and we can get these two kind of graphs. One is the percentage of decay in function of the waste percentage, and with this data we can manage the actual percentage of waste, and we can make the prediction waste. So we can make an interpolation of these data and predict the waste that we can get from this kind of analysis. These are some examples of the food that have been taken from CNTA, and we can observe that they didn't get just the pictures from the fruit pieces, but they also got the cut and weighted not only the entire piece but also the decomposite part. So here we have the waste weight and the weight from each fruit. Then we have analyzed not only apples, but also peach, tomato, mandarin, and lemon. And we can see here that we could get a very good percentage success of categorization. And we see in the last column that the correlation between the actual and predicted waste percentage of all fruits and vegetables found were really high, and the tool shows the proof of concept of estimation waste percentage of the fruit and vegetables from this imaging. Moving on for the households, we can see that we use a balance, and the balance is connected to scale. We put the plate in the balance. This is linkage to the mobile phone, and we get the picture and we categorize according to the categorization of the foods that we have there in the system, and we send the data. So at this moment, we already have these results. We have measuring food waste over 7 days that summed for around 1.56 grams of food waste per household. And this includes not only avoidable and non-avoidable or unavoidable food waste, but also preference loss. And this corresponds to approximately 635 grams of food wasted per person over 7-day period. In terms of categorization, we can see that the majority was unavoidable waste, 37%, and interestingly, waste driven by individual preferences was exceeded the avoidable food waste. Then we performed the all food waste, and tries were categorized into one of the 14 food categories, as you can observe here, and the food categories with highest quantities, including avoidable, unavoidable, and preference loss, were the fruits and vegetables. It was around 319 grams per person, then beverages around 95 grams per person, and dairy and eggs around 33 grams per person. The kind of waste also is interesting. For example, loss due to preferences were predominantly found in vegetables and fruits. So in total, we have analyzed 122 households that registered 2,884 waste events, and the majority is discarded through green waste collection and compost, followed by rubbish bin. We have performed a questionnaire to the consumers, and as you can see, they needed to answer to 4 questions, and we can observe that the values are good for the first time that we have used it, because the scale was from minimum 1 and maximum 5. So the people answered that they enjoy using the tool, and would use the tool again 3.8, and we are trying to improve this to get better answers. About the surplus measurement and management tool is for identification of food waste generation at sources to recover the surplus waste with the highest potential value, and to plan their procurement and operational process to eliminate it. Here we have the idea about the work of this tool, and when the required entries are made, within a few seconds of analyzing, the tool provides a recommended action to recover surplus waste and create value. About the artificial intelligence, we still don't have data in this tool, because I told you in the beginning of my presentation that we have some problems to find supermarkets to answer this tool or to agree to use this tool, but in fact it can being used to change the safety and infection risks, change the waste composition, change the waste amount. And here I just represent you the kind of data that we can get from this tool. So that's all from my side. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Anna. This was very fast to present so many results from the Wasteless project, the 5 tools and their use. Thank you very much. You have been really fast. Thank you. And now we have time for 1 or maybe 2 questions. So please, if you want to ask a question, you can turn on your microphone or you can write in the chat. Let me see the participant list.
It was too fast? I don't
No,
know.
I think it was very nice. It was with a lot of information. It was very good.
Okay.
To put all this work in 10 minutes.
Yes.
This was the challenge, I think. Yeah, no questions. I think it was clear. I mean, from my perspective. So we have no question. If you decide to ask a question, then you can write in the chat. But if not, we can go to the tip now. You can give us a tip in the form of answering a short Slido. So please take your phone and I will let Sophia explain you further.
Okay, so let's start with the Slido. Please scan the QR code or go to slido.com and write the code 2129588. Take your time. I'm going to move the slide for the ones who have already are there, but if you are not, you still have there the QR code on your left side and the code if you go to the slido.com. And the first question is described in a word your take-home message. 1 word, please. Okay, 7 participants. 8, 2 still typing. We will wait for them. 9, 10, and I think that's it. So the next question, if I can move on. Okay, so how do you rate Monthly Café Talks 2nd edition so far? That is the last question. I'm expecting the 10 participants. Okay, that's it. Yeah, so I think we can move on. Thank you very much for engaging the Slido. This is very important for our report in the end. And you can go ahead, Luminița.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I will just announce now the next Café Talks. As I said in the beginning, we will focus on the topics that you have indicated in the first edition. And the next monthly Café Talk will be on May 16, again at 12:30 Central European Summer Time. And we will have a talk given by Bartosz Zambriski from the European Commission, talking about the efforts of the European Commission done lately to promote a common food loss and waste measurement methodology. Then we will meet again on the 6th of June, where Thomas Kandel will give from the International Food Waste Coalition will give a talk about the learning on consumer food waste in the hospitality and mass catering sector. And before the summer break on the 18th of July, we will have a talk given by Erika van Herpen from the Wageningen University related to AI to the rescue, a novel approach to measure plate leftovers. So these are the next coffee talks. I will inform you, and we will keep in touch with the links to register to these coffee talks and follow Wasteless to be always informed of the events that we are organizing. And with this, I think we still have 5 minutes to drink our coffee. If anyone has still a question or wants to add anything, we have the time. Otherwise,